Always within reach, Neighborhood Service Organization has the courage to nurture individuals, creating a field of change in our community. Neighborhood Service Organization's Homeless Services is dedicated to ending, not just managing, homelessness in the city of Detroit. The Tumani Center, formerly known as the 24-hour walk-in center, provides crisis and support services for the most chronically homeless. Using a housing-first model, NSO's Supportive Housing Services offers permanent supportive housing to consumers, providing the nurturing environment and support needed to change their lives.
I started using, my mom found out, started stealing, taking things, and she asked me 3-4 times if I was using. I said, yes, Mom, I'm using crack. And she said, oh my God, you gotta go, you can't stay here. And I said, oh my God, what about my kids? And she said, well, I'm gonna take custody of your kids, so you don't have to worry about that. I had relapsed about 3 or 4 times. And I couldn't take it no more, especially when I started sleeping in the benches and stuff, outside in parks, and had pleasure by myself. It was getting like I was crying every night. Sometimes I used to do, was going to talk about doing suicide, but I didn't. I was thinking about my kids and stuff.
When I first met Veronica, I was a new employee at the Tumani Center. There was something that really drew me to Veronica because she was kind of vulnerable down there. She really just needed a lot of assistance as far as building her self-esteem and her confidence.
First, I thought I was going to stay down in Casco the rest of my life. I thought down there was my home. But I never gave up because I had the people down there to walk in to help me. And they got me on my feet and they tried to give me a place. They did.
Hope. When the consumers get to the Tumani Center, they don't even have a glimmer of hope. So that's where we start. We build a foundation of hope, and with hope, a consumer can begin to fathom the possibility of change.
Like I told her, I couldn't change my life when I was working in NSO. Like I said, I would have been out there. Like I said, if I would have been out there more, I would have died, because I wouldn't know nothing to do. Only thing I just knew about getting high. That's it. That's always on my mind, depression, getting high.
They know what the streets offer. They know what using drugs offer, but the ideal of change is always scary.
And I had a counselor up there, I don't know if I should say her name or not. She was pushing, Veronica, you could do it. Stop saying you don't care. You could do it. Stop it. You know you can. Think about your kids. Think about your mom. You want your life back. And that kept hitting me and saying, you know what, you're right.
The housing program is a new program actually added to Tumani. And what it does, it takes chronically homeless consumers, people who normally wouldn't be considered for housing, and we actually house them, but with a component of case management services. When
I first walked to my house, I couldn't believe it. I was so happy. It made it so bad. I stayed in the middle of the floor of my living room and just looked around and just cried and said, oh my God, is this mine? I'm thinking about how long I've been down in the walk-in, down in the NSO, that's long, and now I got this is mine. I was so blessed. I was blessed. I was so blessed. I took pictures of the NSO people. I was smiling holding that picture camera. I was smiling. I feel so good having that house.
The best thing about my job is I could actually see God at work. I see that, the ones that the Bible speaks about, the least of these. I deal with the least of these every day. And I see the least become great again. And that's something that everyone should be able to experience.
So far now I've been clean 2 years. My mama loved the way I changed my attitude. But now, since I have the house and going to church, reading that Bible, checking on her, checking on my kids, calling now, because when I used to call. Now I got everything back. And she's so happy with me. She's proud of me. She loves the house. She's so happy she don't know what to do. She comes home at the house and she just sit back and say, oh, I just love this beautiful house. The kids running around and stuff. I feel so good knowing that we're together again.